I'm Saschie MacLean-Magbanua, and I'm a first-generation born Filipino mixed Canadian, and I'm the founder of Formation Studio. Formation Studio started in another form. In 2014, at the end of the year, my little sister passed away. Her name was Chantal, and she was 17 years old and passed away in a car accident with her boyfriend. I was in the depths of my grief and, like eating potato chips all the time, watching so much Grey's Anatomy. And then I saw a friend teaching a dance class, teaching a routine to a Beyonce song. And I love Beyonce. When I went to this dance class, I felt a complete sense of, uncertainty in my body. I felt so unfamiliar with the movement and was having a challenging time learning choreography. But at the end of the 60 minutes, I realized that was the first time that I had stopped thinking about my grief and stopped thinking about everything I was going through. It was such a huge sense of relief for me and such a break from my own head, and I really needed that. So Roman, my then boyfriend and now husband and business partner, was like, well, you should organize classes for yourself because you told me you only want to dance to Beyonce songs. I started a Beyonce dance workshop, and I had all these strangers show up. I ended up, opening more classes right away, and people just really wanted a space where they could be moving for themselves. And that was what this was about for me, and that's what other people also wanted. Community to me means having a sense of belonging, no matter who you are, showing up and being welcomed. Creating a sense of community at Formation is really about allowing people to connect with themselves first and then with the others around them. All through joy and all through movement and being able to express yourself, I think all of those things help shed the barriers and allow new connections to form beyond yourself. We recognize that dancing or maybe fitness can be a bit of an intimidating situation for some people. Everyone's on a different journey, and we've seen people from the whole end of the spectrum. So regardless of where they're starting, we want them to immediately feel welcomed. As long as when they were in this room and they were making mistakes and they had a sense of playfulness and a sense of joy as they went through that, I think that's the best thing that someone can walk away from or with. My sister's memory is always very present in how I operate. She was only 17 years old and she touched so many people. I think it made me realize that you can do something that will resonate with people and you can create a lot of good change in the world if you try to.
The most inspirational part of Saschie's story is her resilience and bounce back after losing her little sister. First off, if you've ever met her little sister, you'll see why. She was energetic, she was infectious, she was just like a magnet for light. And to lose that light and come back stronger to shine brighter yourself, it's unbelievable.
So Rome and I have gone through so much together that we wanted to start a family and have that as a new chapter in our lives, which I'm sure will happen eventually, but we've gone through 2 miscarriages in the last couple of years, so things have been difficult in that regard.
The first one, I said all the wrong things. I did all the wrong things. But we were learning, and at the same time, I kind of warned Saschie that all of those things might happen and just tell me, because I have no idea and I don't even want to begin to think. I understand what that felt like. The second time, was a little bit easier in terms of knowing how to support one another?
I've ended up sharing my life so openly, more so I think out of circumstance and coincidence, because when Chantal and Cody both passed away, it was all over the news and it was all over the media because it was two, beautiful 17-year-olds tragically in a car accident. It was just so heartbreaking. I feel like I opened up because I felt like there was this huge sense of community around me that was wondering how I was asking how I was. If it was a more of a private happening, I don't think maybe things wouldn't have unfolded the same way. So it became really natural to me. And I've always enjoyed writing as well. So sharing in that form has also been always a release for me. And I actually find it really, really cathartic to share because I feel like I really like being my most authentic self. And when these things, especially like miscarriage, are so internal and so private but so deeply and profoundly changing to your own identity, I don't feel like I can operate in my most authentic self in the world if I'm not open about those things. By sharing my own experiences, I've had several people on a regular basis connect with me because it's allowed them to heal in their own way. We had a client write us a letter, and she's a little bit more shy. It talked about how she was going through a lot of anxiety to the point where she was hospitalized. She didn't feel like she could operate in this world anymore. She came to one of our classes, and she, in her letter, wrote how in that class it was the first time she was able to connect with joy again and to leave this blanket of anxiety that had been with her for so long. It was really, really meaningful to see how someone could go from being in a really, really bad place and then having this be a part of their journey. My vision for myself is always evolving. I love being able to create joy in other people, and I think that there is an incredible power in being able to shift the vibration of someone else from, to something where they're feeling better. And I think that carries on and on. So that's a huge reason why I do things. I'm Saschie MacLean-Magbanua, and I'm trying to make it while making a difference.